taste buddies, and welcome back into our kitchen for another episode. I'm Lakis.
I'm Diana, behind the camera.
Always, and everywhere else. And Alex, our son, is in England at the moment, as you probably know, because of what's going on in the world. So, just the two of us here today to show you one of the most beautiful Greek dishes we have during the Lent period, and not just only. The reason we have it during the Lent period is because of the artichokes, because they're in season. They have a very short season. They're beautiful local artichokes from the village, and we're gonna cook them with peas. So the name of our dish really is artichoke and pea casserole, which is anguinares me araká. And together with the peas and the artichokes, we have lovely herbs. This is my beer, by the way.
Yeah, that's not in the recipe.
So I've got some. This is wild fennel, but you can use dill instead, fresh dill instead. Fresh parsley and celino. Instead of celino, you can use celery. So you can have celery, dill, and parsley. This is your three main herbs. And also chopped leek, dry onion, spring onion, including the green part, a little bit of garlic, and some lemon juice. Now, when the artichokes are not in season, we always have one of them in the cupboard. Artichoke hearts, absolutely beautiful. You know, you can do exactly the same dish with that.
The recipe works just as well.
Absolutely beautiful. So, we've
got fresh ones, and that's what we want to get on with today.
Because they're in season, yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we start,
first things first.
a little beer, and cheers to everybody. Thank you for watching us, thank you for subscribing, and for you guys who haven't subscribed yet, it's just a click on the button, like and share with your mates.
Yes.
So here we are. In goes the olive oil. As you know, this is our own olive oil.
So we can be very generous with it.
Very generous with it, yeah. Lovely Zakynthia olive oil.
But it is a dish that needs a generous amount of oil, isn't it?
I might put a little bit later, a little bit more. And onions, leeks, garlic, all go in. And together with our vegetables, I'm going to put the celery, because that takes a while to soften.
Yes, it's not.
And I'm going to leave the parsley and the dill for later on.
Yeah, they're finer herbs, aren't they?
The finer herbs, they don't take long at all, and you want them nice and lively into the dish. And while these beautiful, look at the colors, just health in your casserole. Health in your casserole, that's what we'll call these. I'm gonna season them a little bit with a bit of salt and pepper. And while they're softening, drizzle more oil. I'm gonna put the lid on and we'll get on with the artichokes. Beautiful Zakynthia artichokes, in fact, from our village, from Kypseli. We're very lucky in our village, we produce everything. So I have some cold water here, which I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice. This is to prevent them going black.
Yeah, they discolour, don't they?
They discolour straight away, so a bit of lemon juice in there. And what you do, you cut the stems and take the outer leaves out. They're very tough, we don't need them.
And that's what puts a lot of people off, because they think there's a lot of wastage. But they're so worth it when you get down to that.
When we get down to the heart, it's just absolutely beautiful, and it is so healthy for you. So healthy. Cut the edges a little bit, because they're quite tough, as you can hear.
They will never.
And cut in half.
You've got a choke in there? Depends how fresh they are, doesn't it?
They're quite fresh actually, so it's
Yes.
not choke in there. So they can go straight. That's our first artichoke done. So this is what you're looking for. This is actually this is a better one. A clean heart. So we've taken all the outer leaves and the little bit this little bit
chunky, hairy
hairy thing in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for. So out of 4 artichokes, this is the wastage. Good for soil. We're going to make some really good,
Go on the compost heap. That's
good
not a problem.
compost. Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are our 8 halves, you know, which is pathetic, really. But
No, it's
but
very
they're
good.
fantastic. They're very, very super. Our vegetables, meantime, look, they're simmering
Oh, they've been nice and soft.
nice and soft. Put our artichoke in there.
That's it.
It's a lovely, really lovely dish. It works, I don't know, a lot.
We just have the ritual of it because it's their season at the moment. But if you want to avoid all of that hassle, you can just open the tin.
Just get
and
the tin,
it's-
yeah. So the dill is going to go in quite a bit, and about half of the parsley. And I'm going to keep a little bit of the parsley because I want it nice and lively at the end. When we turn the fire off, I'm just going to add that in so it's nice and fresh, and it's going to give a lovely, lovely flavour. Some lemon juice.
Takes plenty of lemon, this dish, doesn't it?
It does. And some water. And let them now, give them a good stir and let them come to the boil. I'm going to simmer them slowly until the artichokes are nice and tender. When you put your fork through the artichoke and it's nice and soft, this is when you need to put your peas in. Last minute thing. Adjust your lemon juice and seasoning and put the parsley in. So that'll be our last step. So lid on. Listen to some lovely Greek music. My favorite, Yannis Parios, in the background. The best singer ever. And they've been in about half hour.
Let's have a look at those.
Simmering nice and gently there.
Oh, smell delicious.
The smell, yeah, beautiful.
And
So
next,
at this time, you know, you poke them and
what do you think?
poke the heart.
Oh, too steamy, too steamy.
And they need, I'll say they need about another 5 minutes.
Right.
So at this point, because they need next to nothing, the rest of the herbs, well, our parsley,
Yeah.
the peas, and a little bit more lemon juice.
Right.
And I think because we put a lot of ingredients there, a little bit more pepper, a little bit more salt, and we adjust at the end, really. So let the peas now get all these lovely flavors and blend in with the artichokes and everything else. And we want to get rid of this water, basically. It's just going to end up with oily, that's why we call them ladera, because there is a nice oily dish. All you end up with is the olive oil and the flavor of the vegetables.
So the flavoured olive oil, yeah, which is the ladhi, which is where you get the
ladera. Crust the
ladera.
bread in there. Brilliant. So dishing up very shortly. 45 minutes it took for the artichokes to soften up, and this is all we're looking for. We don't want any water, just the flavored oil, as we said before. Turn it off and let it rest. I mean, the aromas are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But I'm very hungry, so we're not going to wait for it to rest.
It's too hot to eat.
We will leave it on the plate, it will cool quicker on the plate.
Okay.
So, a couple of beautiful artichokes there. And all these lovely vegetables. Absolutely amazing. Bit of crusty bread, glass of white wine.
The job's a good one.
The job's is good and the party starts. Health on the plate. You don't get healthier than this. So thanks again for watching us. This is Anguinares με araká, a typical traditional Greek dish, and see you in our next video.
Please try it, even if you do it with the tin.
Try. And if you do it with a tin one, obviously the time will reduce a lot. You can do the meal in 20 minutes, it will be done and dusted. So thank you very much for watching. Anguinares araká. Bye taste buddies. See you
next time.
in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.